Yo,
What's going on?
it is time to subscribe to Solomon's Crown podcast slash YouTube channel.
We'll
We're
give you a
gonna
minute.
just hit the subscribe button. All right, cool.
But yeah,
Now that we are at this point where you are subbed to our channel and we are at 100,000 subscribers, or no, I mean we should have at least 50 more views, maybe 50 more subs. But that's not why we're here. Today we're going to do another review on Pink Book Lessons.
yep,
I
yep.
really enjoy her content, and sometimes it may seem like we are harping on women from a male perspective. So I just want to see what a female perspective thinks about these things, and
hmm
then we'll have a little brief discussion after. So if you are willing to stick with us before we do that, just hit that sub button.
Subscribe.
But today's topic is Puerto Rican teacher blames men for criticism. Women support her. New Jersey art teacher. Because if a woman's being oppressed, it's definitely a man.
It's always a man's fault. Period. Believe all women. We believe all women out here. But anyways, guys.
Let's start this.
Yeah.
There's a Puerto Rican art teacher getting a lot of buzz out here, sparking debates about teachers and dress codes. Shout out to our sister Dr. G for sitting this in. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Click that.
Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to Pink Book Lessons. She drops some
Yeah.
knowledge out
Yeah. She's
here.
dope.
She's pretty dope. I guess she's in New Jersey. If we're ever in New Jersey, we don't have to stop by.
No, the
Notification bell for
teacher
all
is not
updates.
her.
If you're
Oh,
watching from New
rip.
Jersey, drop NJ below in the comments. I
Okay.
want to
It's
hear
my
from
home
you.
state, by
So
the way,
move out the
guys.
way, Jocelyn. Her
Home state, New Jersey.
Yeah. It's all right. There's nothing, whatever. It's just close to New York or North Jersey, at least.
I mean, you got Puerto Rican teachers on IG
Yeah.
taking pictures in the classroom. Like, look at all that artwork.
Oh, yeah.
Hernandez. We got a new Puerto Rican princess in town. But seriously, you can keep your title, Jocelyn. We'll just call her the Puerto Rican
Jocelyn,
BBL princess.
bro, I forgot about her.
Who was sure?
She used to, I don't know, she was Stevie J's side chick for the longest. And then Stevie J, I guess, got a divorce and then he got with her.
Hmm.
And then they had a kid and then they broke up because, of course, that shit didn't work because it was Stevie J. Like, it, that's a whole nother story.
Princess. But anyway, this kindergarten art teacher is causing a lot of fuss on social
She's
media. So many publications wrote about this,
she's
including
built
this
like a
article
One Piece
here from the
character,
New York
bruh.
Post. They wrote,
Like,
a New Jersey teacher has been slammed for wearing tight clothing in the classroom. The elementary school educator frequently posts photos of her form-fitting ensembles on Instagram. These saucy outfits weren't in the lesson plan. An elementary school educator has been blasted for teaching in tight clothing, with some outraged parents describing her as desperate and attention seeking. And side note, this woman is on her way to about 1 million followers on IG, where a lot of her photos are taken in the classroom. She's got IG model style photos, and then the next photo is in the classroom with booty shots and the children sitting right there. In some
yeah.
saucy snaps, the buxom brunette can be seen flaunting her figure up against the whiteboard. In other images, her students are visible inside the classroom, although their faces are not identifiable. Many have praised the body confident educator for her fashion prowess, but some parents on social media say she should not be wearing such outfits around minors. The New York Post went on to share some of the responses from her critics on social
New
media.
York Post,
Here's
damn.
one that says, "You're in a classroom taking Instagram pictures with your A out." One ranted beneath an eye-popping booty photo, showing
That
pictures in the
shit's
class.
crazy, bruh. No cap. I mean, wow.
Happy birthday to the kids, bro.
Jeez Louise, bruh. Can have a little bento box meal on that. Like, just, anyways.
With your butt in the air is very inappropriate. Another says that just looks crazy and makes you desperate for likes. And a third blasted, "You're sad, taking booty pics during class." Yeah, of course, a bunch of women, they are going in on her on social media. And then you also
Keyword, a bunch of women are going in on her.
Mm-hmm. You keep that in mind.
have have women and men who support her who say they see absolutely nothing wrong here, and they believe that all the women complaining are just jealous. It's hilarious though that while all the women are going in on her, the art teacher took time out to tell everybody that women are her biggest supporters and men are to blame because they're the ones saying nasty things to her. Take a look.
Majority, not all, majority of the people that I see defending me on comments are women. Believe it or not, a lot of women.
Oh, believe all women first, foremost. But we just talked about this in our other video where it's just like literally women will be a woman's downfall and they'll look at it as support.
Sisterhood never fails, man.
Lizzo, why are you trying to be healthy? Why are you trying to lose weight?
You're perfect the way you are.
Okay, guys, I'll just stay the way I am. Like, but that's hilarious to me because women said it, so good to go.
Women got my back. So I would say people are just hating.
Okay.
Not guys, it's not majority women. It's really not. It's not. It is not. Isn't that crazy? You would think so, right? No. I have seen some men say some crazy stuff, and I'm just like, and not like the nasty perp stuff. I'm talking about some crazy, mean, disrespectful, wild things. Like, bro, I'm a teacher. What are you doing? I teach babies. No kid is sitting in my class.
First comment on one of her pictures as a male, I would love to be your student. Then women, we'll look at some of these comments after.
Thinking that stuff. So, like, what are you talking about?
So yeah, all this controversy prompted the art teacher to respond. And it's very interesting that she said women are her biggest supporters. She's out here blaming men for the backlash. Like, ma'am, do you not realize that men are your biggest supporters? You don't have almost 900,000 followers on IG because of women. It's men turned on by your thirst traps that's got you your following, not women. Not only that, it's about to be men who will fund your new endeavors. If this lady quit the school and started OF tomorrow, men will quickly give her a truckload of money. Like, isn't that the reason for getting the BBL IG model starter package? The purpose is to get the attention of men and get them to open their wallets for the implants and the BBL. That's Magic City 101. Like, come on, stop playing, Miss Art Teacher. We know what you're doing. Talking about her biggest supporters are women. Nah, you know it's not women supporting your art. Although I
don't know, man. I think a woman would love having this picture hanging up on her wall. Oh, my bad.
And a lot of these women are just plain full of shit, bro. Like,
no, they're not, bro. What are you talking about?
Golly.
Just stop, bro. Like, she is an art teacher. She's promoting her art. She's very good at dressing. She's a fashionista. And that shouldn't stop her from being able to express herself at school.
So there's multiple layers over this. So in my opinion, I don't think is the fact that she's bad, because she's very attractive. All right.
I beg to differ, but first off, she has a BBL, so it's just like automatically null and void. She's had work done to her face, as you can see, probably. And that's just like,
so we can agree that she's objectively attractive,
I guess,
to an extent,
by standards of like
Instagram. like you would beat.
Nah, not even close.
All right, but let's move on. She's attractive to. She's
attractive enough to hit a million
mainstream.
Followers.
She's mainstream attractive. Let's put it that way, right? So, I'm pretty sure that on a teacher salary, especially elementary teacher salary, that she wouldn't afford the nose job that she has and the BBL. unless she went to like Dominican Republic or whatever, or Brazil to get that stuff done, right? So, as Pink Book Lessons pointed out, why are you posting all these thirst traps and all these IG pictures and whatever when you're teaching? Because I'm pretty sure you're not the only attractive teacher there, right? But you're the one that's like purposely posting ass pics because you can see the angles where she's posting it and all that stuff.
Bro, she's literally promoting
Yeah,
her art, bro. It's not her fault that BBL is sticking out.
bro. And it's just like, what's the point of you doing all that stuff? Because I never heard her one talk about like, oh, I'm doing this to bring awareness to the school. We need more supplies, or like these kids are special. I'm trying to open up a fundraiser or scholarship. It's always about like, oh, I'm just a
That's why
BBL up
you would go
teacher
to her Instagram and follow her and wait till she posts this stuff, because that's what you're
talking about women are our bigger supporters. Stop the cap, bro. You know that 99.9% of those followers are men. Because men are visual creatures, and if we see something attractive or remotely attractive, especially if we're down bad, we're gonna click it. Stop the cat, man.
Bro, just from the looks of these comments, like, women are not the ones. They're just
No,
literally like going in on her.
women are the ones that's flaming her for sure because they're
But
jealous.
that's the big thing that Pink Book is trying to make, is
Yeah,
that why is it that now it's like blame men? Like, bro,
because
men
it's
are
on code. It's
literally
on
this,
code, bro. This is your shit on
bro.
man. That's the code. That's the
It's
motto.
literally like dudes are literally like following her and then waiting to see her stories to see like if she posts something thirst trappy, which maybe, but like at a certain point, at least for me, like I just be like, why am I even following this chick? Like, what does she bring to the table? Like a
I'm
BBL?
I literally have Instagram for our podcast, gaming channel, stocks, and programming.
Bro, because it's all the same. It's like, yo, you see one chick in a bikini, you've seen them all.
Yes. I'd rather use my time learning something or promoting our stuff or trying to figure out new stories for our stuff as opposed to just looking at a chick that I'll never meet.
Facts. And
It's
even
doing
if you
nothing
did
for me.
meet, she just literally walk past you and just be like, okay,
Yeah,
like, who is this dude?
exactly.
But
So
I think her art is interesting. That's not why you're getting support, Miss Art Teacher. No one cares about your art. The men are liking your pictures for your implants and your BBL, not your art.
mhm.
And by the way, I never understand this. How IG models and OF girls, they make all of their thousands and some of the millions from their male patrons, but they're the biggest misandrists and supporters of feminism. So outside
Yep.
of corporations, men are probably the biggest financial supporters of feminism because they support the biggest feminists with their pockets. I mean, a lot of
Mhm.
these women, they're always on social media or podcasts with the most feminist leaning talking points and misandry,
Mhm.
as if the men, they're really their problem, when all along it's men funding their lifestyles. I just never understand that. And even when their financiers hear the misandry, it's like they throw more dollars at them. You know, they like how the 304s talk crazy to them. Remember that one scene from the Players Club when Ronnie did that private party with the officers? I'm really convinced that they all watch that scene and they do the same thing. I mean, look at those girls on Fresh and Fit. They're all really good at that, and I always wonder how can they fix their mouths to say what they say when the men are the ones taking care of them? What's up with that?
hold on. Men do not take care of women. All they do is oppress them. Let's get that straight. First off, hell nah. Hell nah. You think any of these women in this room, all these women, probably single, don't like men, men have only oppressed them their entire lives, like, period. If we had to take a guess on like how many of
No,
these
no, no,
females had a
no, no, no,
father,
not all men, not all men, because you got to remember the
oh,
single moms that have
everybody,
little Aiden.
no,
That's
no,
little
no.
Aiden.
Okay,
That's their
so
king.
every man that isn't their ain't shit ass brother, ain't shit ass daddy, fucking ain't shit ass uncle, like they'll defend them motherfuckers to the fucking grave, bro. All 16 of their brothers who like literally ran through all their homegirls, but that's cool because my homegirls are down for the family. That's La Familia now. Like, I just want my brothers to fuck them so that they could be a part of my fucking sisterhood at this point, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Do they really think women are supporting them? Maybe they're delusional just like this one right here. Do I think this woman will lose her job? No, I don't think she'll be fired. Although she could be depending on their state code. Not for how she's dressing at school, but for her social media conduct. Teachers, they've been fired before for racy pictures, comments, so she definitely wouldn't be the first.
is this necessary, bro? We couldn't get a better angle on like from her back up.
It's sad, man. It's honestly sad.
It's like, oh, like nobody buys a BBL for people to not look at it, bro.
Exactly.
Like there's a whole thing. I mean, some women are just like, oh, I don't like the way my body looks, blah blah blah. I got a BBL for me so I can look good in clothing and shit like that. But like, there ain't no way you're gonna tell me that she's just like, yeah, I do art.
So we had this one comment, I forgot from which video, but the guy pretty much asked like a very redundant question, like, why do you think something to the effect that why do you think men, or do you think something
Hold on, I got you.
actually let's look it up. Be
Yeah.
accurate.
But we'll finish this and then we'll look it up.
So she definitely wouldn't be the first. I do think they should update the professional code for teachers though. I mean, we have a new group of women here. These modern women, they don't understand boundaries, limits, standards. They've been so inappropriate for so long. Some of them genuinely don't know what's inappropriate or not. And the others know what's inappropriate.
So that
Facts.
is a big thing. It's like
Facts. She's
when
preaching,
everything
bro.
is allowed, what is inappropriate? Because there are people out there, and the thing is like, okay, I'm not going to take sides on either of this. Like, if you don't think this is inappropriate, then that's fine. If you think this is inappropriate, that's fine. Because I don't care either way. Because no matter what I say, it doesn't matter. It's not going to change her perspective. It's not going to change your perspective on things. So why even say anything at all? But the thing is, there are certain things that are inappropriate. And once we get to the point where those things are not
Bad.
considered inappropriate, that's what I look at. So say, let's just go for instance, like say there's a child molester or something like that in a school, like, and people are just like, oh yeah, this is fine. Is that inappropriate? Like, what is going to become inappropriate when people, because the way we're going, that's going to become normal.
They're already pushing it. They're already pushing, calling them maps or whatever.
So
Instead of,
So like, what are we really doing? Because I know that we harp on certain situations and things like that. And the thing is like, we literally have to do trending videos. Like that's not the big thing. But the thing is, out of these trending videos, the lesson should be learned that like certain things are like, this isn't hurting anybody, right? But this is like the stepping stone into things that will eventually hurt people. Because if you don't know what is appropriate and what is inappropriate, and there are people out there who literally cannot grasp the things that they're doing are wrong. Because no matter what people have told them, right, that they're right. So that's what we have to look at it as. Like, there's some pedophilia out there who's being told, like, bro, you're not wrong for what you did. Like, it's just the laws that are stopping you, and you should just change the laws so that you can do whatever you want to children. And that's what we're looking at, because nobody wants to look at it the grand scheme of things of like where all this society norms is going. And I don't want to be the like super preachy, super fucking like conspiracy type dude, but like I've seen shit like this. Like
we're already here though. We're already at this point.
I mean, this is just the door opening. Like the door is opening now. It's about who's gonna get in. So let's just wrap this up.
They're just rebels. All teachers should be banned from posting their classroom and students online. You just shouldn't use these people's kids for social media clout. And I think the teachers shouldn't be able to have inappropriate social media pages either. Like, make up your mind. Do you want to be a teacher or do you want to bust it on IG? You can't do both. It just doesn't work like that. especially posting the class and the kids on there. Now, come on, you can't do that. I know a lot of teachers, and teachers, they get BBLs too. But when they're at school, most of them don't dress like this. And they also don't take booty pictures in the classroom. Like,
Yeah,
what
like
in the kindergarten magic city is going on? All I gotta say is all the people supporting stuff like this going on, and even that busted rapper all at the high school pep rally, y'all are gonna have to keep that same energy. There's gonna be a day coming really soon.
Is
You're
she
gonna
talking
have a
about Meg
saucy
Thee
Santana
Stallion?
busting his
That's not Meg Thee
box car
Stallion.
all in front of your
What the
boys.
hell?
And I want every last one of you to keep that same energy, that nonchalant, I don't care, it's no big deal attitude that's condoning all of this mess. One day it's gonna be a man in there teaching them who's gonna be halfway transitioning to a woman. And yeah, he's gonna be teaching your kindergarten art class. He's gonna have a BBL, implants, and still have his male organs. But he won't tuck them. He's gonna
Mhm.
leave it all out. So yeah, remember all
Mhm.
the indecency that you support, because this is gonna be the
Mhm.
next level rollout. You're being tested now with these 304s. I saw a father talking
Mhm.
about how he showed his young daughter that teacher, asking her if it was
So this is
inappropriate or
the
not for a
most
teacher to
important.
dress like that. And the young girl said it was not appropriate. So I do have faith in the youngins out there. I'm just afraid they will be programmed someplace along the way, especially if they don't have a strong positive influence. The way things are going, fathers and mothers, your daughters, they will be asking you to buy them a BBL for their 15th birthday. Remember
Hell
about
to
a
the no,
year ago
bro.
or so, a Mexican American lady took her 15-year-old down to Mexico for a BBL. So it's not like this can't become a cultural norm. I know people, they put a lot of emphasis on how this impacts the male children, but they don't think about the impact on the female kids. As a woman that was once a
Mhm.
girl, I remember we looked up to our teachers as kids. We did look at how they dressed and how they spoke to us, how they carried themselves. After all, outside of our mothers, it's the teachers at school that we saw every day. And I would say at my school, we had some very stylish older teachers who set the tone at the school for the younger teachers. These women in sororities like Alpha Kappa Alpha and Delta Sigma Theta, some of them not in any organizations, but they all had a certain level of sophistication. And they really knew how to dress professionally and stylish at the same time. All Black women, by the way, and never inappropriate yet attractive women. Those teachers at the
Mhm.
school, they're a blueprint. Girls look up to them in addition to their mothers. But those women back then, they also didn't have social media and they weren't trying to be 304s on IG. You know, we have a whole 304 lifestyle going on. And in both situations, the busted situation at the high school and the art teacher here, you're hearing things like, it's okay, the kids, they're not complaining. It's the adults responsible
course
for
they're
setting the
not.
standards for the kids. So the kids aren't complaining, that's no justification. I think we all know she didn't get all this surgery just to be a teacher. This is at least 2 rounds of
What did
BBL,
I say?
possibly 3. She's done some work to her face as well. So I think the school district should lay out some boundaries, and if they already have a code, enforce it. No posting the kids online with their IG model pics. Teachers should not be able to present themselves online as IG models. Either choose the IG model lifestyle, the branding and everything that comes along with that, or choose your job as a teacher. It's her decision which route she's gonna go, but Miss Art Teacher, you can't be both. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. We got the City Girl Art Teacher, thirst trapping for male attention.
I mean,
Yeah, we're good right here.
so the comment that you were talking about, it said, education, luxury cars, expensive clothes. Is this to attract men or women?
Like that was, I don't know why and what context he was doing that. I'm guessing it was based off of that video that we did.
Yeah, with the chick with the entitlement.
But it's like, I don't know if he's trying to insult our intelligence or whatever, but it's like we as men and females do things to attract the opposite sex. The reason why men often seek power, money, and they show it off with their resources is to attract the most attractive female. Because men want to replicate with the most beautiful women so they can have the most healthy kids, because the way that a woman's hips are shaped, the bigger they are, the better childbirth. If she has some symmetry in her face, if all these other things, they're programmed in us to be like, yo, she's going to be a fertile woman for me to have my kids with. With women, same thing. It's kind of like, oh, this dude is 6 foot. He's brolic. He's smart. He's intelligent. He can protect me. He can bring in money. Yeah, he's gonna be able to build a foundation so I can have his kids and blah blah blah, and I'll be safe and I'm good. That is why you have these different trends of IG models, women getting BBLs and all this stuff, because their main focus is to get male attention. Point blank, period. So I don't know where she's coming with talking about, oh, like women are my supporters and blah yada yada. Like you just want to get men attention, period.
No, she wants her art to be this focus, bro. Like, I don't know, like, how many times I gotta teach you this lesson, old
Oh,
man?
believe on
And
you're
I'm just at a loss of words, bro. Like,
and
and the
another
thing
big,
is
yeah,
like,
go ahead.
even when I was coming up, like, we had a teacher who wasn't even like fine like that, and my boy was like on her. He was just like, "Yo, she's looking so good today," and she was wearing like mom gear, like not even form fitting shit. So it's just like, now imagine like your teacher comes in like that and it's like, oh well, I'm in kindergarten, so it doesn't matter. But like, imagine the sixth graders walking down the hallway being like, hey, yo, like, and the thing is like the like most kids are on social media now anyway. So like
Mm-hmm.
kids be like what, 14, 15 on IG, on Twitter, like,
TikToks,
yeah,
that,
and
yeah.
then it's like even older than that. Like, imagine if your little brother and sister went to the school. Hey, we're going to school to pick up your brother. Yeah, I'm coming. Like, but that's not even the fact. I mean, truthfully,
So,
it's just like
mhm.
the way that women try to play the whole naive, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I you guys are overreacting. Like, that shit is getting old, bro. Like, because it's just like, just looking at her Instagram, it's just like, okay, she has teacher shit on there. But like for the most part, it's just like
That's
a
her ass.
IG, yeah, it's like an IG model who's also a teacher. And it's just like,
Literally.
and it's like literally every picture that she has with her art has her ass in it. Like, so it's like like, don't try to, like, it is what it is, bro. We're at a point in time, and I don't know what you want me to say.
I want to point out a really important thing, and I think this goes for just the general condition of our society as a whole. Where Pink Book was saying that, like, we come to a point where, and you even mentioned it too, where come to a point in society where everything is a go, everything is a free for all. There's no accountability, there's no boundaries, everything is everything. This is why we have women that literally will talk about their sexual exploits on TV, like the most gross shit. And you have women like her talking about, like, oh, they're just kids or whatever. And Pink Book brought up a good point in that she was saying that, like, yo, granted, those kids, those especially those young girls, are not thinking about like they're strapping men because they're still kids,
Yeah.
but they'll look on their teacher and be like, oh, that's appropriate. So when the hormones kick in and then they're actually looking for boys, they get too fast, right?
But that's the
Because,
thing, that's happens because like they're
and it
gonna be like,
happens
I'm
already.
not getting attention. My teacher gets attention. What is she doing?
Exactly. Because all girls want attention from boys
Eventually.
eventually. So it's like, oh, my teacher is like this. She's pretty. She gets a lot of male attention. I want to be like that.
And
Because
we
as
can't
Pink
even
Book,
say
yeah,
like females want attention because it's gonna be like, I mean, we have to look into the culture that we're coming up in now. It's like, I mean, they're just gonna want attention from somebody who's gonna love them, essentially.
yeah.
So
But and as Pink Book put it, low key, these teachers are spending most of the time with the kids and the parents because a lot of times both parents or the single parents are working. So who's gonna be there, the role models for
influence
the
them.
kids? The teachers.
Most of my father figures were my teachers. Mr.
Exactly.
Davis, Mr. Wood, Mr. Garcia, Mr. Uh, damn, I forgot, Mr. Rios. Like, these are all teachers that were literally like father figures to me, who were pretty much like, yo, you got to do this, you got to do that. And while I did make a lot of bad decisions while I was in their classes, they always kind of gave me these lessons of like, yo, it's cool to do that now, but like when you get older, you'll start to realize that like you can't get away with all the stuff that you're doing, and you need to like really focus on a goal, and you're super talented and you know this and that, and you need to really apply yourself. And as I started applying myself, I started realizing that I could
You're
do
right.
whatever I wanted.
Mm,
So I mean, imagine if they were telling me like, "Hey, yo, like this is how you get girls in high school." Like, imagine if they started telling me like, "Hey, yo, like I think I overheard these girls talking about they like you. Like, you should go talk to this chick."
exactly.
Then what is my mentality? Like, okay, I can just like have somebody as an inside man to help me get chicks, and then that becomes my prime focus. Where like I would gain experience from talking to these chicks, and like I would have this entitlement that like I can just have anything I want. That's that's something that people are failing to look at. And the thing is, it's a lot of people who don't have kids who are just like, oh, this is fine. Like people will literally be like, I don't have kids, I don't ever plan to have kids. So her being in the classroom looking like that is fine. And that's the
Exactly.
thing too, is like once people have kids, it changes a lot
It
of their
changes the whole
perspective.
mindset. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why like I mean some of them don't, because you saw the chicks on Fresh and Fit who'd be like, yeah, I got kids. Like, and And then, like the chicks who were just talking about, like, oh, you said you were gonna piss and shit on my kid, and it's like, yo, y'all are mothers, both of y'all, at a Blueface party, talking about like, yeah, I'm doing this for my kids.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, bro,
It's like, go to college for your kids, bro. But
that's too
no,
hard. That takes too much effort.
yeah,
I mean, low key, college does take a lot of effort
it
on
really
the
does.
cap,
Like,
but
I'm about to start back next month, so. But the thing is like, I'm just gonna let shit unfold. Like, I got my own shit to worry about, to be honest. And I love doing the podcast and everything like that, but it just never fails to amaze me, like
never
delusion of
fun.
people. And we got our
Sick,
Brittany
bro.
Rayner video where she's just getting mad because she's just like, oh, men fuck on chicks all the time and they're not looked at as hoes. And it's like, they are looked at as hoes. But like, that's also socially accepted because
We're different. We're built
men,
different,
yeah,
literally.
like men have primal instincts, like who they sometimes still cater to. And the thing is like women will literally be like, oh, well, I don't need to be a wife. I don't need to open my legs for a dude, but like he's still got to give me money. And it's like, how did like shit work, let's say 100 years ago, like for a woman to get taken care of, for a man, like to all the things that these women are asking, she literally had to be the mother of his child, a wife, um, and just those two things alone got her everything that she wanted.
Like she pretty much had to have give a man sexual access to her.
Yeah,
Pretty, like, pretty,
but that's the thing, is like now they want dudes to pay for them to fly out to Miami, not fuck them, not give them anything, and be like, yo, good looking fam. Like, no,
and
like,
we're not saying that women should do this.
no,
Women
not at
should
all.
definitely choose the right man to give sexual access to. But with that being said, you can't expect
Free
repercussion.
shit.
Oh,
Like,
let me not even say repercussions. You can't expect free stuff and men to just throw money at you unless they're simps.
but no, they say like,
Outside of
oh, I
yeah,
look good, so I
yeah,
should get these things because I'm beautiful. But like, even the most beautiful woman 100 years ago still was like, yo, I'm gonna sling that corn on the cob, like because
exactly.
like because they had an end goal. Let's just say that like most women years ago had an end goal. These women are literally getting the top tier men and then being like, yo, I'm bored because
Because for better or for worse, feminism and just modern day society, women make their own money. So the because as again we were saying that like before for a woman to survive, she had to have give up sexual access to a dude to take care of her because a lot of women couldn't do so otherwise. But now that women have money, it's kind of like, well,
I can just
and
fuck whoever I want.
yeah, and we even saw the one video I think I showed you. Oh, I don't think I showed you that video, but it was a clip of Fresh and Fit, right? And there was this dude named Destiny. He's pretty liberal, I guess you could say blue pill, but he was saying that like, okay, in modern society, women, there's feminism, modern women, whatever. Women have the same opportunities. They can get jobs, XYZ, make as much money as men, XYZ, right? So you have a shift of women going into masculine roles, right? So some men are like, damn, well, if you're gonna be the breadwinner, why can't
Why
I just
don't?
like you
Yeah,
sit? Why can't I sit back and clean the house and just chill, be
yeah.
a dad,
And
a stay at
most
home
dudes would
dad?
do that.
Yeah, most dudes would do that, but a woman would be like, "What do you mean? Like you're a loser? Get away
Yeah,
from me! Like I'm not
exactly.
accepting that." So it's kind of like this is what's causing a lot of the issues,
I mean,
in my opinion.
yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but that's a whole nother topic. We'll post our
Yeah,
Brittany Rayner video. It'll probably be posted before this because I'm going to work on that immediately after we're done shooting today. So you guys will have at least something to reference from it.
yeah,
And then if we get a comment or something that goes into like, okay, like, well, what about this perspective or something like that, then we'll do another video.
yeah,
Because as much as we like joke around and do all these things, like really there's no solutions and there's no answers, and whenever somebody gives logical facts, because just Pearly Things and Pink Book, these are both women who are trying to hold women accountable, and
hmm
at the same time they're getting bashed for not supporting women who are making bad decisions.
visions
So
exactly.
it's like, I mean, I'm about to start a coaching class on like how to keep a woman, I guess. Solomon's Crown men's health coaching. Hopefully, I don't get banned like Andrew Tate for
No, you're gonna get banned, bro.
telling men that they
You're a
should not
misogynist.
accept women who were subpar and just like scallywags. But like Jack Sparrow wouldn't even touch these women, and they're like, "Oh, just marry her, bro." Like, nah,
Nah,
fam. But until next time,
peace.
peace. Don't forget to hit that sub button.